Am I alive yet?
Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty, its genius? Millions of collectors, lovers of film and horror alike, just living out their lives, oblivious. Did you know that the first program was designed to be a perfect human world, where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Some believe that we lack the programming language to describe your perfect world, but I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. However, when viewers of the Movie Canon YouTube channel tune in, they get a sense of joy. Too much joy, if you ask me. You see, the perfect world would dream that your primitive cerebral kept trying to wake up from, which is why this was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization. For some reason, human beings still found their way to the Movie Canon YouTube channel. This has to change. Look out that window. You had your time. The future is our world. The future is our time. Is there something on your mind?
Watch the Movie Canon.
why you're watching the movie canon? Watch Gio.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. This is the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. And this is episode number 61. And we are finally doing the final Oscar predictions for 2025. So we'll go over them one by one. I believe there's 23 categories or so. So we'll go over those. Some of them were kind of difficult to predict. Some of them, like the shorts, they're usually always very difficult to predict, and I may get a lot of those wrong. There's other factors that other years are not part of the prediction game that is here this year. So there's a lot of different stuff that is happening, and we'll see how I do once we get the results and stuff like that. But today I'm not doing this by myself. I am being joined by one Canon Council member. And you guys know him as Mr. Alex Montano. So let's go ahead and bring him in here right now. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So the other project that is maybe going to happen is the Rey Skywalker New Jedi Order movie. And with that reaction, let's go to you, Alex. What are your thoughts on this? Hello, Alex. How you doing?
Good. I always like to see my intro. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, nice to have you on here again. Alex, am I a little choppy with the video, with the camera?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it's doing that. Can you hear me okay, though?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I actually thought it was me, but yeah, you're a little choppy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's my issue here with the camera. Okay.
You're at 16 frames.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, I changed it a bit. Hopefully, it also did it here. I may have to log out real quick, and then come back in. All right. So I can either put a "Be Right Back" page, Alex, or if you want to take over for like.
I'll be here. Don't worry.
Okay.
I can't see the chat, but I'm gonna pull it on my phone. So.
Oh, okay. So
I'll take care of this.
All right.
I'll make sure that they ban your YouTube channel. Don't worry.
Okay, it's all canceled by the time I come back.
Yes.
All right. I'll be right
10
back.
minutes and you'll be canceled.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Alice will take over.
I will take over. So, guys, what's our strategy to cancel this channel? What should we do? We have here CEO. Good to see you. Jose. Hildeburn. Okay. What are you doing, guys? Like, I'm not a very good host because I can't see the whole thing in my computer, so I have to look down on my phone, so it's kind of awkward. Yeah, well, I have the chat here, and we'll talk. So, what's your favorite movie this year to be the Best Picture winner. Look, Emilia Perez may not be winning shit. I like that makes me the happiest person, but I still think that it's gonna win Best International.
Okay, so I'm back. I don't know if it's better. It looks like it might be a little better.
Yeah, it's better. It's better now.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah, it was kind of weird looking down on my phone and trying to. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Alex, for taking
No
over for
problem.
a minute. So that was good.
No
Thank you so
worries.
much. All right. So again, guys, we're doing the Oscar predictions here today. Myself and Alex will give his predictions as well as we go by them one by one. And let me see. So there's some other stuff that I wanted to show before we get there. The channel members who there was quite a few of you who did actually submit their predictions for the Oscars. So thanks so much, guys. Obviously we know we need to know the results first, right? So I'll announce the winner. Whoever predicted the most wins accurately. I'll present it on Saturday, March 8th, which I'm assuming I'll be doing a Met report that day. So I'll reveal them then. Whoever wins that will get a $25 gift card to either Sideshow or Amazon. So let's see which one of you guys predicted the most correctly. So thank you so much there, guys. And I am doing the where is it? Oh, the popcorn bucket, the Captain America Shield popcorn buckets from AMC. This is for the channel members only. So I put your names in there. Must have an address within the US, which I think a lot of you guys do, or at least have access to a US address. So I will select the winner today. There's a couple that did opt out. So if you're a channel member and you still want this, you have a good chance of winning. If you want to join, if you actually want to go in and become a member, the link is in the chat. But I think it's pinned. I pinned it earlier. So this is one perk that you can do that. Feature ones coming, like the Oscar predictions, some other ones that I'm doing. So consider joining the channel for stuff like that. But let me see. I think we're all good now for this portion here. So let's go into the live chat. I know Alex was reading some of them. So let's go here. We have Mr. Reverse Zio dropping by. He's saying he was first, and sure enough, I did see his comment first earlier today. So thank you, Mr. Carlos Reverse Zio, who has his own channel, and he does the Zio Lounge. I believe he's coming back on Monday night. So definitely check that out. And he's on Copper Drop with Collector Joey. And then we have Mr. Jose Plus, a moderator. Thanks so much, Jose, for joining us here in the live chat. Great supporter there. Thanks so much there. And then Feel the Burn, also here, or a channel member. It says Happy Saturday, people. Thanks so much, Robert, for joining us. Saying hello to Jose and Carlos. And then Valkyrie Magnus, also a channel member, saying, hey, Gio, Jose, Reverse Zio, 1 out of 12, Feel the Burn. Just saying hi. Sorry, wifey has me running errands today. That's perfectly fine, Mr. Valkyrie. Thanks so much for joining us in the live chat. Thanks so very much there. Let's see. Feel the Burn says, looks Emilia Perez may not be winning shit. I know y'all are happy. All right. So, I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see right now what kind of predictions.
I still think it's gonna win best.
It definitely lost a lot of steam.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I need you, Alex, to keep this musical bashing to a minimum, please. And thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, there's no Chicago going on in this discussion.
I think I like musicals more than you do. I think I do.
More than me or Robert?
More than you. Yeah, more than you. I think I like them.
Oh, probably. So.
Yeah, like I hate bad musicals. I hate them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was the one that you mentioned once? 9 with Daniel Day-Lewis.
9. That's worse than Chicago, and it's the same director.
Oh, that's right. It's Rob Marshall, right?
Yes.
That's Rob Marshall. Yeah, I think we really bring him up at one point in these Oscars.
It's been like, I think since we met, we brought him up like a few times, like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, I really don't like it.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So it looks like we're all caught up in the live chat, guys. All right. So let's begin with the predictions. So the giveaway, and then also, I am doing the channel membership, right? So we have the channel membership. There's the the storyline that we do. So I have a couple of there, and actually let's go and bring them up real quick here. So we have actually let me move it down here. The channel members. We have actually let me start over from the beginning. Okay, so we have Yomo, a channel member. Thanks very much there. And then we have Collector Joey. We have Aaron Collects, who's also a channel member. Alice. We also have King Churro, TJ Mike. Thanks so much there. Matthew, who's also a channel member. Then we have Feel the Burn, Mr. Robert, a channel member as well. Then we have Robbie and 1 Adam 12, Agent Adam, Valkyrie Magnus, and then we have Mr. Eddie, also a channel member. So thank you guys for joining the membership. Very much appreciated there. All right, so we're about to get started here. Feel the Burn says, I still need to see the new color purple. Yeah, that was good. It's a musical, right? The musical version of it. I like both of them. I would say that I still like the Spielberg version more.
I didn't watch the new one.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, yeah, it's very. They made a few changes, but it's pretty much very close to what the movie version was. I think it's based on a book, so I never read the book, but yeah, that was the previous year. But I know it was up for a couple Oscars last year. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin with this. Let me just move this real quick here. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. Hold on a moment. I think I hear something in the background. Hold up a sec. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have, I'm going to go these one by one here, right? So I made my predictions here. Let me see here. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's do that there. Okay, so again, this is the predictions for the Oscars 2025, costume design. So I'm going to go over them again here real quick and make the prediction. Let me just try to find the one that I did here for a sec. Hold on a sec here. Okay, so let's go. So we have the nominees for costume design. We have Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. So for this one, my prediction for this one, and again, guys, I may or may not get it right. You know, I don't think anyone has really gotten every single one of them right because it's just kind of hard to predict sometimes. But for this one, I was going back and forth when it comes to Conclave and Wicked. But I mean, I ultimately decided that they're gonna probably give it to Wicked. So that's gonna be my prediction. When it comes to the predictions and going over what's predictions or what's wins, I kind of have to consider the how many Oscars each movie is gonna get. Like, am I gonna decide that one movie is gonna win the most, or are they gonna share the wealth? That's kind of one of the few things that I need to decide right away. And I kind of decided that Wicked. I don't think it's obviously. I'm predicting that it's gonna win costume design here. I don't think Wicked will end up getting too many of the bigger Oscars, but I think they might get some of those, like this one right here, like costume design and some others there. So that's going to be my prediction for the costume design nominees. I'll say it's Wicked, but it could very easily be Conclave. So I think it's going to be between those two. How about you, Alex? Which one would you predict there?
I think Conclave is going to get it. But I agree with you. I think it's between Wicked and Conclave. I don't think, I love Nosferatu, but I don't think it's gonna get it. I don't know. For me, it's the most interesting costume design, but I think this is gonna be Conclave. I'm almost sure.
Okay, so you're saying Conclave, and I was kind of going back and forth with that because I think last time I said Conclave, but then I was like, all right, when we look at the whole thing, which movie's gonna get certain Oscars, and that's why I kind of I think they're gonna give this to Wicked. The costume design, again, we'll see, right? We'll see on March 2nd. That's when they're gonna reveal the Oscars. And Fielderman says it's between Nosferatu and Wicked, so that's what he thinks there. So between one of those there. All right.
I feel like they're just gonna completely ignore Nosferatu.
Except one, maybe. I forgot. I think I predicted one of them. I don't remember which one. We'll get in there in a bit. So nominees for actor in a supporting role. So we have Yura Borisov for Anora, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. I've seen all the performances now. Last time I had not seen A Real Pain yet. I did watch all these performances at this point now, and I'm making my prediction here. So now, again, this is not really for any of these predictions. These are not necessarily going to mean that it is my favorite performance, but just the ones that I think will win, right? So let me just move this real quick here. So for Best Supporting Actor, I think they're going to give it to Kieran Culkin. For A Real Pain, that's going to be my prediction. My favorite performance, though, of these is Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. That was my favorite performance. That's probably the one that I would give it to. I just don't think they'll give it to Jeremy Strong. Edward Norton, the only thing that I was going back and forth between Kieran Culkin and Edward Norton, because I know Edward Norton hasn't been he's been nominated a few times and he's never won, so I was thinking it might be one of those situations, but I don't think they're actually going to give it to him. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Edward Norton, but I'm going to ultimately decide that it's going to be Kieran Culkin. I think he's been winning every award so far. We haven't seen the SAG, which is tomorrow. So the SAG is the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So theirs is pretty accurate when it comes to the acting wins. They usually go hand to hand with the Oscars, but I'm not going to have that information. And I wanted to do the predictions for a while, for it to last for like at least a week or so, instead of just doing it the day before the Oscars. But yeah, I'll say Kieran Culkin, Best Supporting Actor, A Real Pain. Do you have a different one, Alex?
No, Kieran Culkin. Yeah.
Did you end up watching A Real Pain?
Yes, I did. I watched it in theaters, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, like after we talked that Saturday, on Monday I went to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. It's not an amazing, life-changing movie, but it was a good movie. I had fun. He took the movie, like Jesse Eisenberg always plays Jesse Eisenberg. Like I really don't see him, like he's like the only memorable role that I see of him is in Social Network. I think that's it. After that, it's always the same thing. And I'm glad that did you know that he was gonna make this role, like he was gonna play this guy, this character, and then he was like, no, I'm gonna hire Kieran Culkin. So that was a good call. That was a good call because, he takes away the movie. Like he was the best part of it, and I liked it. I think he deserves it. I haven't seen A Complete Unknown or The Apprentice yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Can't talk about it.
I mean, he definitely stands out in the film. Kieran Culkin. It just he kind of sounded he acted too much similar to his character in Succession.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the only thing that I was like, well, I mean, he's kind of doing very similarities to that character. So that was kind of like my only thing. But I mean, he was well.
Yeah, same to me. Yeah, it was the same. Like it felt that way. Yeah.
But yeah. So that was my prediction there for Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Okay, so the next one here is this one's a very fun and interesting one. We have Best Makeup and Hairstyling. So the nominees are For a Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. So for me, this one was kind of like a given. I'm pretty confident they're gonna give the Oscar to this, and that's The Substance. I don't see why they wouldn't. This one, the makeup and hairstyling and all that stuff stands out from any of these movies by a lot. So that's why I think they're going to give it to The Substance here. But how about you, Alex? What are your thoughts?
The Substance. There's no competition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like it's a given. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. I think it's gonna win The Substance for makeup and hairstyling. We have Mr. Moose saying, "Hi Gio, SAG voted for Lily Gladstone last year, but Oscar went to Emma Stone. Academy is okay." Well, I'm not sure about all that there, Mr. Moose, but so let's see. That is true that Lily Gladstone did get the Oscar last time. I'm sorry, the SAG, and didn't win the Oscar. But we're talking about the same branch of people, right? So it's a lot of the same actors who are voting there. I actually
sometimes just give awards just to because they're not racist and they wanna, like get points being not racist and giving awards to someone. So it depends on how you see it.
But yeah, I mean, but Mr. Moose, have you seen the performance from Emma Stone in Poor Things and Lily Gladstone's in I can't remember the name of the movie now.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Have you seen those performances there, Mr. Moose? But we have Feel the Burn saying it's weird thinking of Culkin winning an Oscar. That is kind of true, right? So he's gonna
give me 1 second, please. I'll be back.
Sure. So we have the first Culkin, right? The first Culkin brother winning an Oscar, right? Potentially, right? So that was my prediction there. Mr. Moose says neither, so you haven't seen either of them. Okay, yeah, right. So I mean, we don't really know exactly what was the factors there, but yeah. So
sorry, Emma Stone's performance is more impactful. It's more. It's like it's a lot more interesting than what Lily Gladstone did. Like her performance was great. But what Emma Stone did, like even when I don't like Poor Things, like you can't argue that it's not a great performance.
Right. And I predicted the Lily Gladstone last year winning, and then the SAG did give it to Emma Stone. I believe they gave it to Emma Stone, but I mean, they did, right? And then the Oscar.
The Oscar went from Stone.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Okay, so again, makeup and hairstyling, The Substance is what I predicted there, and Alex as well. Okay, so the next one.
Substance for everything.
I mean, ideally, right? We have original score. These are the nominees for original score. We have the Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robots. For this time, for this year, I didn't see one that really stood out. Sometimes there's some movies that have a very good score, and you kind of like, okay, that's definitely the one. This year, I didn't really feel it was like that. I'm just gonna go and predict that a Daniel Blumberg will get it for The Brutalist. Again, this is for original score. Is there another one that you think will win, or a different one?
I'm between The Brutalist and Conclave. I think the main theme from Conclave is very powerful, but overall the score for The Brutalist is like it takes you to the story more. Like the Conclave is just like the same track in different tones throughout the movie, but The Brutalist, like it's kind of more immersive. I liked it more in that way, but the theme from Conclave is pretty cool. Like I've been listening to it a lot. But Wicked, like I still don't understand why it's nominated. I will never get it. I don't know why Challengers is not there.
Right.
Yeah, like that makes no sense. Like the Challengers score was amazing. Emilia Perez makes no sense to me. But yeah, and The Wild Robot, I don't even remember the score.
Right, I don't either. So
yeah.
I thought the score for Challengers would have won, would be the one to beat, and it didn't even get nominated. So I don't know.
It was that score was amazing.
Yep, it really was
so good, and the movie was fun. The movie was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was actually. I did enjoy it actually quite a bit there.
Not the greatest, but it's a lot of fun, and that's cool.
Yeah. So again, Brutalist, original score. That's my prediction there.
Mine too.
That's all right. So Alex as well. There you go. Next one is we have the shorts, the animated shorts. So I did watch all of them. Each year I do go and watch them. I don't watch them right away when they get nominated because I don't even know about them at that point until I see the nominees. Then I go and watch them all. And these categories are the most difficult to predict. It could just be anywhere. It could be any of them. After watching all of them, I do think that the one that's going to win... actually, let me say what the nominees were. Beautiful Men, In the Shadow of the Cypress, Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, and Yuck. Those are the animated short film Oscar nominees. And I think they're going to give this to Magic Candies. It's based on, I think it's a children's book as well. And it's in Japanese. So it's a animated short from Japan. And, just the message of it, the things that are happening in it, in the story, I think it'll go with what's the Oscar voters like. The other ones, like Beautiful Men, Wander to Wonder, and The Shadow of the Cypress, those three I didn't really like that much. And I don't think the messages were that strong anyway. Yuck is a French short film, animated short film, which I did like. So for me, it would be between those two if I were to pick myself. But I do think they're going to give it to Magic Candies in Japan. Did you get a chance to watch any of the shorts, Alex?
No, I didn't. But since I like Japan, I'm going to give it to Magic Candies too, and I'm going to watch it after the show.
Okay, yeah. We have Mr. S.
Steve,
Beam.
good to see you. It's been so long.
Says hello all. What's up, Alex? Hello, Mr. S. Beam. Thank you so much for joining us in the live chat. Much appreciated there. Okay, so again, animated short film Magic Candies is my prediction. Live action short film. All right, so the nominees are Alien, Anuja, I'm Not a Robot, The Last Ranger, The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. So those are the nominees. Now I think the one about the I'm Not a Robot, it reminded me of the movie Companion, if you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that.
I watched that last night. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay, so it kind of reminded me of that. So, I mean, I don't know if they were trying to say something about AI and just like that was the message. I don't know. I don't think that one's going to win. Then we have the Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. I think that was probably the weakest one from the one that I saw. And The Last Ranger is just talking about, it's set in South Africa, and there's some rangers that are there protecting the wildlife there from poachers and stuff like that. So that was one of them. And the one that I think will win is the one called Alien. I guess it'll be between Alien and The Last Ranger. The Alien talks about like immigration stuff in the U.S. So I'm thinking it might end up winning for that message there. Right, correct.
It's always like that.
Right, and sometimes that is the case, and sometimes they surprise me, and they're like, oh, that's going to be obvious because that's some of the issues that is happening right now, and then they actually go to something completely different. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's really hard to predict the shorts in particular. Let's see. So that was my pick, Alien, for live action short. The next one is adapt the screenplay. So we're in the adapt the screenplay one here. So we have A Complete Unknown. We have Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. So for this one, let me just go over here for an image. Oh, actually, let me take your thoughts there, Alex. Which one of these do you think will win?
I think they're gonna give it to Conclave. Even when I don't like the ending, it kind of ruins the whole thing. Very awkward. But I think like they're gonna give it to Conclave. I like Nickel Boys, but I think the way the script is structured for Conclave, it's more interesting. So they might go for that one, and I think it will win. What about you? I haven't seen A Complete Unknown though, so.
Oh, A Complete Unknown. Yeah, I really like the film. I don't think it's gonna win for best adapted screenplay. The one that I'm gonna pick is also Conclave. So I do think Conclave will win for best adapted screenplay, and that's again from Peter Stratton. I'm probably mispronouncing that. So that's the one that I think will win for best adapted screenplay. So let's move on to the next one here. We have nominees for the original screenplay. So we have Anora, written by Sean Baker, The Brutalists, Brady Corbet and Mona Fastvold, A Real Pain by Jesse Eisenberg, September 5, A Mortis Binder, Tim Fehlbaum and Alex David, and The Substance, Coralie Fargay, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So those are the nominees for Best Original Screenplay. And again, this is not necessarily the ones that I would like to win, but the ones that I think will win, right? So for this one, for Best Original Screenplay, where is it then? I'll write it down somewhere. I thought I did an image for it. I guess maybe I didn't. Okay. Hold on a sec. Oh, I did. I think it's going to be Sean Baker for Anora. That's the one that I think they're going to give it to. It'd be cool if they gave it to Coralie Fargay for The Substance. There's also the possibility they could give it to The Brutalists. It just depends, because if you predict like this certain movie is going to get Best Picture and it'll also have the same for the screenplay, or vice versa, the other way around, maybe it'll just get Best Picture but not original screenplay, or adapted screenplay. You know, that's where you kind of have to look and see like which ones is it gonna go, and that's the hard part to predict there, because the screenplay is one of the big awards. So I do think they're gonna give it to Sean Baker. Will I be right? Who knows? But which one do you think will win, Alex?
I'd be super happy if Anora gets it. I love this movie. I would be happier. Like, personally, I think The Substance deserves it more. But I'm more than happy if Anora gets it. Like, I can't complain. Like, it's a fantastic movie. But it would be nice. Like, this is me talking, not my prediction. But we kind of know that most likely Sean Baker's gonna win Best Director and Best Picture. It would be nice if they give it to Coralie, just because she deserves it. She might not take anything else home, so it'd be something nice. Don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah,
that'd be crazy if they do give it to her for this. But so that's Best Original Screenplay prediction, Sean Baker for Anora. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Actress in a supporting role. All right, so let's see here. Let me just bring this up real quick. So we have Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones for The Brutalists, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. So those are the nominees for this. Which one do you think will win, Alex?
I still think it's ridiculous that Isabella Rossellini is nominated. she's in the movie for what? Like, she says like 10 lines.
she's not in it a lot.
But I think like, okay, you guys know I hate this movie, but I think they're gonna give it to Zoe. Even with all the hate for Emilia Perez, I think they're gonna give it to her.
Oh, okay. You think Zoe will win it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want her to, but I think she will. You too.
Yes. So, I think they're gonna give it to Zoe Saldana. Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez. There's when I was watching that movie, because it's in Spanish, right? It's in Spanish. and her accent, like the accent is not a Mexican one.
No, it's not.
So I was like, is she trying to say that she's a Mexican, but has the accent of like, what would that be?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, are they trying to say that that is the accent that she's having been born and being a Mexican? And I think I remember they said something about like, oh yeah, my parents are from Dominican Republic, but then they brought me here to Mexico as a child, and that's why she didn't say that. That's why she has the accent, but they're trying to explain it, I guess.
But it kind of makes no sense, because if you're 3 years old, like even when you're with your parents all the time, like the accent that's gonna stick with you, it's a Mexican. Like some words you're gonna talk like your parents, but the accent is gonna be Mexican.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know. There was some information that was missing, even with the Selena Gomez accent.
Yeah.
Or yeah, because like, is Selena Gomez supposed to have been born here, and I mean born in Mexico and be a Mexican and have a Mexican accent? Because that was not it. So that was some of the things that was kind of confusing when it comes to the accent with some of these actors.
It was very bad. It was very, very bad. Like they didn't even try.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they're gonna give it to Zoe Saldana. So yep, that's my prediction there for this one.
I hate this movie.
So, well, the next one that you might like here, Alex, it's original song.
Ah.
So we have El Mal from Emilia Perez, The Journey from the 688, which I believe is what is the name of that? Not the I think it's a Tyler Perry movie, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino from Emilia Perez, and Never Too Late from Elton John. Never Too Late. I didn't even know about the 6888 or the Never Too Late movie. I didn't even know about them. But for this one, I had to go ahead and listen to the song to see which song it is that they were talking about. And I think they're gonna give it to the Oscar that's gonna win for original song. I think they're gonna give it to El Mal from Emilia Perez, and that is the song that you see here in the picture, the one that Zoe sings at the beginning of the movie. I think it's at the beginning of the movie. That is the song.
15 minutes in, yeah.
Yeah, that's the song El Mal, and I think that's the one that's gonna win. But how about you, Alex?
Same as you. Yeah.
I figured it would have to be one of the Emilia Perez songs. Right?
Yeah, which both are terrible.
Right, but at least it wasn't the one that was like talking about
from man to woman.
That one, and then there's the one about the like the scent, the smell of dad or whatever.
Yeah, that he smells like guacamole and
right,
and Diet Coke or like.
So like, at least it's not that song that they nominated it for, but yeah. All right, so that was the original song there. Predictions. Documentary feature film. This one I didn't watch any of these.
Me neither.
I think they're probably gonna give it to the Porcelain War. I'm just randomly guessing. That's just gonna be my prediction. I tried watching Sugarcane because it's on Hulu, but I stopped watching it. I just couldn't. It was moving the pacing was just way too slow for me, so I stopped watching it. So Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War, soundtrack to Coup d'Etat, I'm probably mispronouncing that, Sugarcane. So I think they're going to give it to Porcelain War for the documentary. Any thoughts on that one, Alex?
I didn't watch any, so.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Documentary short film, and I think this is the last of the shorts. So we have Death by Numbers, I Am Ready, Warden, Incident, Instruments of a Beating Heart, and The Only Girl in the Orchestra. So those are the documentary short films. And like I said, these shorts are most difficult to predict. But I'm going to go and guess and predict that it's going to be Instruments of a Beating Heart It's set in Japan, so another Japanese short that I'm
I'll
predicting.
pick that one just because it's Japanese.
So it's like it's about like children in like an elementary where they're like they're learning to play a song like using drums and all these different instruments and stuff like that, and they kind of have to audition, and they're like really into it, like they really want to make it, get a part in it because they're gonna perform in a ceremony, I think for the second graders or something like that, because they're first graders. So they just kind of follow the kids and how like they kind of get like a little bit stressed out about it. They start crying because they either didn't make it or things like that. So it's kind of cool to see, a different side of, when it comes to like elementary school and the way that they do things. So I thought that was kind of cool. The other ones were about one of the shootings in the U.S., death by numbers. That's one of them, the Parkland one in Florida. And then I Am Ready Warden is about the a convict who was sentenced to death. So they kind of film him like his last days before he gets executed in Texas. And an incident is regarding an incident that happened in Chicago with the police and, with African Americans and stuff like that. And the Instruments of a Beating Heart is the one that I'm predicting to win. And The Only Girl in the Orchestra just talks about a lady who, made it into, the orchestra, from back in the 60s or like 70s, where it was kind of hard for women to get in there and stuff like that. So that was kind of what I was talking about. But I'm picking The Instruments of a Beating Heart because I feel like the other ones that I mentioned, I feel like they've done those before. So this one was kind of like a little different. Let's see. We have Mr. Chris Chong dropping by. He says, I'm here. Finally get to join Alejandro again.
Good to see you, Chris.
After missing him twice in a row, he says. Thanks so much, Chris Chong, for joining us. And yeah, he like messaged me as like, you didn't tell me that Alex was going to be in the stream. And I'm like, well, because he wasn't going to at first, but then he was able to, he became available like later. Yeah. But yeah, thanks so much, Mr. Chris Chong, for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
Let's see. All right, international feature film. So these are the nominees. So we used to be called the best foreign language film. I'm Still Here from Brazil, The Girl with the Needle, Denmark, Emilia Perez, France, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, which is Germany, but it's actually set in Iran, and Flow, Latvia. For this one, I do think that Emilia Perez has lost a bit of steam than last time. And not just because of the whole controversy with the actress and stuff like that, but just in general, I feel like it's kind of losing some of it. So I'm actually not going to predict it to win. Now, I could be completely wrong, and they may still give it to Emilia Perez because they're like, well, they're not going to punish the entire members who worked in the movie, right? But I think it did kind of affect it a little bit. So much that it may not actually win Best International Film. So I think they're going to give it to I'm Still Here from Brazil. I did see that movie. I did watch it. That is also Best Picture. And I kind of figure that when it comes to the international feature films, they usually do at least award this one. If they got nominated for Best Picture, they usually give them this if they're not going to give it to Best Picture or both. So I'm Still Here and Emilia Perez are both Best Picture nominees. So I think if they're not going to give it to Emilia Perez, they're going to give it to I'm Still Here from Brazil. So what are your thoughts, Alex?
The only one I didn't watch from this is The Seed of the Sacred Fig. But I think all the other four are, all the other three, except Emilia Perez, are pretty good movies. I would give it, I would give it to I'm Still Here. I think if you are going to award a Latin American film, go for that one. It's a very good movie. I wouldn't watch it again. It's kind of it's a depressing movie. It's you don't end the movie and okay, life is beautiful.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's a really messed up movie, but it's pretty well made. The Girl with the Needle, have you seen it?
Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Dude, that movie, blew my mind. It's something like you expect to watch something and then it turns into something completely different. Don't read anything about it. Just go watch it. It's really gonna surprise. Like all of you, really watch that movie. Like I thought it was gonna be like this historical drama, and it turned into something really fucked up. So
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
really good movie. Like really, really good. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I think with all the hate for Emilia Perez, like people, like even the Academy, is starting to see that it's not a good movie. That it was just a lot of hype to it. So yeah, I think like I my wants and my prediction is I'm still here. It deserves it.
But you think Emilia Perez will win?
I'm 50-50. I
okay.
still think that Emilia Perez will win,
Right.
just because it won the BAFTAs and all that. Like I think that people are still trying to give it some awards, but at the same time, I don't know. Like
okay.
a few weeks ago, I was completely sure that it was gonna win. But
Oh yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. It's like it's gonna win like half of the Oscars or more of them, but it's like I don't know now. And it
Yeah.
might still. I mean, it might still.
Yeah.
Like normally, I would say Emilia Perez, but
I'd say 50-50. I can't tell for sure. I'm between I'm Still Here and Emilia Perez.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the Girl with the Needle, I haven't seen it anywhere in the theaters. For me to,
No,
like, go and
do you
watch
have
it.
Movie?
No.
The streaming service? Get it? It's there. It's there.
Oh, they do have it. Okay, because they
Yeah.
have the Substance there too. I think, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, because I
That streaming service is pretty good. Like there are a lot of movies that you don't get to see on Netflix or any other places.
Oh, okay. Because I've been
Yeah.
wanting to rewatch the Substance, but I want to buy it.
Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of like haven't watched it yet. But I want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And
if you
heard
guys
it-
like different movies like a really cool streaming service.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check that out probably this weekend. So I can, because I do want to watch Girl with the Needle before the Oscars. Even though
Please
I'm
let
not.
me know what you think after you watch it. Like,
Oh, okay.
please don't read anything about it. Just
Oh,
watch it.
okay. I won't at this point. I mean, I haven't
Because
yet.
it will
It's like
bring you-
I still don't know what it's about. I just know it got nominated.
Cool. Then just watch it. At the beginning, you're gonna say, "Okay, just another European historical drama, World War One. Yeah, poor woman, she's having a hard time." And then you're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out there. Let's see. Chris Chong says, just here to hang out, even though I'm not going to watch the Oscars except for Conan O'Brien's parts. Yeah, I've been to Conan's show like 4 times when he was on TBS. I was in the audience. And I was in the... I mean, you can kind of see me in the audience a couple times. So yeah, I like that Conan O'Brien, but
You need to send me those clips.
oh, I have to look for them now. I don't even know what they are. I know I watched them when it aired, but that was years ago. That was like in 2016 or something like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Then we have Mr. Yomo dropping by, a
Yo.
channel member. Yo, what's up, everyone? Hello, Mr. Yomo. Thank you so much for joining, as always. And Chris Chong says that, do you guys have some kind of wager to see who gets the most predictions right? Also, I need to watch Flow. It looks so adorable. I mean, we don't have a wager among like within the two of us. I was doing the predictions giveaway to the channel members that I talked about the last couple weeks or so. And then Flo says it looks so adorable. And I was also thinking that they might give it to Flo for this one, but I decided that they may not because it didn't get the Best Picture nomination, and I'm Still Here did. So that was my thought process there. Let's see. Mr. Boo says, I've only watched Conclave. Most of the Oscars are boring and unnecessary. Cut to the chase, he says. And then Chris
Yeah,
says,
boring.
Conan will definitely make it more entertaining. He's the unhinged energy it needs, says Chris Chong. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what he's gonna.
Yeah, I like Conan more than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says you've been to Coco. Wait, which clips, Gio? Let me look. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly which ones. I would have to look that up. Like I said, I've been there a few times, as a guest. I mean, as an audience member.
I guess you were a guest. Nice.
No, as an audience member, not as a guest. Yeah. All right. So that was the international feature film there. Okay, animated feature film. So we have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robots. For this one, I keep going back and forth because it's like, are they going to give it to Flow? Are they going to give it to The Wild Robots? Those were the ones that I was kind of struggling to really predict. But I'm going to go ahead and predict because it's kind of won like everything. And even I think there's like an animated awards show as well. Like it's only about animation. And that one, The Wild Robots did win that as well. So I think they're going to give it to The Wild Robots for best animated feature film. So that's the prediction there. I think I know what your prediction might be, Alex, but which one?
Tell me.
I think you're going to pick Flow.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. I love cats, and I really love that movie. It looked beautiful. The animation style was pretty cool. Yeah, that's my pick.
Okay, so you Flow, and you might be right because it's one of those that could be like a 50-50, like you mentioned about the international one. It's kind of like
The Wild Robot for me was just like
Chris Young says, Gio, you watched Wild Robot by now, right? Yes, I did. It's on Peacock, so I went in and I finished watching it, and it was good, but it's not one that I care to rewatch. It's not one that I want to. Oh, I'm gonna rewatch The Wild Robot now. Yeah, it's not like that, but yeah, I can see why it's like popular and people wanting to watch it, and it's getting all these awards.
It's like the WALL-E of our age,
right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Kind of.
But WALL-E is better.
In a way, kind of Flow is kind of like that too, in a way.
Yeah, because like no talking characters, like. Mm-hmm. So like I think like it reminds me. Obviously, it's very different, but the animation style is like what Spider-Verse did to the animation, like something different, something that looks unique. Yeah. And The Wild Robot is just like, yes, you have like this cell animation, cell shaded thing, but it's nothing too crazy or different. It's a nice movie, but Flow, I think it's better. Yeah.
And then I like the part when the cat like coughs out a fur ball in front of the other animals, and then he coughs it out, and then he just looks at them as he walks away, like, yeah, so what? Kind of like. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, but there's no dialogue in Flow at all. It's an hour-and-a-half movie. No one talks. It's animals acting like animals for an animal to an extent, right? But yeah, that's Flow there. Chris Young says, "I'm not a movie. Crier? Yeah. And it made me. Oh, I see. And it made me tear up. You're talking about Wild Robot, Chris? I'm guessing.
Chris, I cry in every movie. Like even the most happy movie on earth. Like if it gets me excited, I cry. So yeah, sometimes it's funny.
Well, since you brought that up, Alex, not to put you on the spot, but what was the last one that made you cry?
Dude, I'm crying every time that something makes me happy. Like, what was the last movie that I watched? Let me think.
Emilia Perez.
No, that made me so angry, man.
Different kind of crying, right?
But like, just so you, like, I cried in The Substance.
Oh, okay.
And not cry like, like my eyes got all watery. Just like, dude, this is such a powerful movie. Like you don't see this very often anymore. So that's like I cry in Back to the Future, man. Like it just when I get excited I cry. But the movie that made me cry, what was it? Oh, I cried in The Brutalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Although you said
like 20 minutes in, I was just blown away by how it looked. Like I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said you didn't really like the second half as much, right?
But I watched it again. 2 days ago at home. And now that I know what it's trying to, now that I know the ending, I like it more. Like I find it very powerful. I still think that it's not a 10 out of 10 movie. I think it's a solid 8.
Okay.
But now that I know what's gonna happen at the end, it's not as bad as I thought. It's just like, I think like the intermission kind of takes you out of the movie. It does the opposite of what the director intended, I think. Like you're in a really high note and then they just stop. Like it even ends with a really exciting music. And then you start part 2 and everything is dull and everything. It's like, it's completely different. So yeah, I cry in everything. One day we'll go to the movies together and you're going to be like, this guy has a problem.
All right. No, I'm sure I won't think that. It's all Toy Story 4 or 5 or whatever.
My wife, the first time that she went to the theater with me, she was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Right. It's funny. Let's see. Chris says, yes, Wild Robot. Also, Gio, I had to mute the video because you were about to spoil Flow. Don't worry, I didn't hear anything. Was that really a spoiler, though?
Oh, it was just like a little moment. Not
yeah, it has nothing to do with the storyline at all.
No.
But yeah. But see, Alex, I didn't cry at Titanic or Notebook, but a cartoon robot movie did it for me. So there you go.
I wouldn't cry. I didn't cry in Notebook. No, I don't like it. I didn't like that movie. But Titanic made me cry just because, not even the sad parts. Like it's like when I see something that is very powerful, that's what makes me cry. Like when I see like, dude, this is movie magic. That's what makes me cry.
Okay, yeah, get that.
Yeah, when Jack lets go and all that stuff like that doesn't necessarily make me cry.
All right, so the next one is nominees for production design, right? So we have the Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. For this one, I just went ahead and picked Wicked for this one. I think a lot of these were good. I mean, a lot of these were good. I just think they want to give a couple of these to Wicked. The Brutalist, I think it's going to get some other bigger ones. I'm not sure they'll get a production design, but although they might, because now I'm thinking of the like all the other stuff that's in that movie. But yeah, I decided Wicked. But how about you, Alex?
I would say Conclave. I was between Wicked and Conclave, I think.
Okay. So between one of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this one, like I said, I'll pick a Wicked for that one there. Just because of all these different, like, I guess, sets that they had to, work on and that type of environments or not environment, but
I really wanna, like, we know Wicked, like, yes, there's sets, but there's a lot of green screen too, and that helps a lot with the like matte paintings, well, digital matte paintings and all that. But with Conclave, everything looks so real, and I want to watch some behind the scenes to know what is real and what was CG. Like it's very, very impressive what they did with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was production design. All right, so the next one is film editing, and this one I also struggled to pick which one. So the nominees are Anora, Sean Baker, The Brutalists, David Jagso, Conclave, Nick Emerson, Emilia Perez, Juliet Welfling, and for Wicked, Myron Kirstein. For this one, I picked The Brutalist for film editing. I was going back and forth between this one or Anora. But what about you, Alex?
I'm between those two. Yeah, I don't know, but it's gonna be between The Brutalist or Anora. I think Anora has better editing. Yes, like actually, there's a pretty cool interview between Sean Baker and what's the name of the director from The Brutalist, Brady Cobart.
Oh yeah. I think so.
They talk about the editing of their movies and how Sean Baker was like, the studio wanted him to make the movie 2 hours and 10 minutes long, not a minute more. And he was really struggling with that. And he was talking about like how difficult it was to keep the whole story in the time length that the studio gave him. So I think like it's as for what had happened to him, like knowing all the challenges that he had and how the studio was putting him a lot of restraints, he did a fantastic job, and the movie doesn't drag or feels rushed in any point of the movie. So I think he did better that way. I think The Brutalist, I mean, it's almost a 4-hour long movie at points.
Yeah.
It feels like
It's 3.5 hours.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but they're completely different movies. Like The Brutalist is shot in VistaVision. It's meant to feel and look like an old movie, and it really does. Like there are some shots that last like 12 seconds and they don't cut, so not very 2025.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't shut up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So I picked The Brutalist for this one here for film editing there.
I'll go with Anora. If I have to pick one, I'll go with Anora.
It's Nora. Okay, yeah. That's one of the few nominations that Sean Baker got for this movie. Next one is nominees for sounds, right? For sound, A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. The only one that stands out to me is Dune Part 2, even though I still have a feeling that they're not going to give anything to Dune Part 2, but I'll go ahead and predict for sounds. Same thing for you, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I first saw Dune Part 2, I thought they was going to get like all these. I mean, it did get several nominations, but not to the point where like, maybe like what Emilia Perez got, I thought Dune Part 2 would get.
Maybe Dune Part 3. Like, I think with Dune, the same thing that happened with Lord of the Rings is going to happen with Dune.
Do you think they're waiting for the third one?
I think that they're going to be like, okay, you know what? Like, it's been a pretty good trilogy. Let's give them something. Maybe Timothy will even get his best actor.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool.
Then Chris Chong says, wait, Alex, just realized you also have a YouTube channel. Yeah. When it's subscribed, now I can listen to that soothing Latin voice anytime now, right? So, yeah. Yeah,
Thank you, Chris.
I always show your YouTube channel at the end of the stream.
Thank you.
It's Mr. Alex. It says Alejandro. You're talking about the Lady Gaga song, right? Alejandro.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks so much there, Mr. Chris Chong. So again, Dune Part 2 for best sound. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Visual effects. Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. Again, for this one, in the back of my mind, I feel like they're not going to give anything to Dune, but I'm still going to go and predict, because I think this is the one that stands out to me the most of all these picks. So I'll say Dune Part 2. How about you, Alex?
I want Dune to win or Alien. Like, those two for me are the best out of all of this. Like, the VFX are seamless. Like, you can't really tell where they are, and that's the point of visual effects. With Wicked, like, the sunsets look so fake, like everything looks so plasticky. In Better Man and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I said it a couple weeks ago. Like, we've seen this hundreds of times.
Oh, with all the apes and the Caesar.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Alien or Dune.
All right. Yeah, hopefully Dune, because I would like Dune to get something for the Oscars. All right, so Dune Part 2 for visual effects. All right, next one here we have cinematography. We have The Brutalist, Lal Crawley, Dune Part 2, Greg Fraser, Emilia Perez, Paul Gilhami, Maria Ed Lachman, and Nosferatu Jarin Blaski. This one, I'm kind of just voting on the ones that for this particular one, and I do kind of feel like they might actually give this to them. For Nosferatu, I'm pretty sure that was my pick. Let me just double check on that. Cinematography. Yeah, that's the one that I predict for Nosferatu. I think it's the one that stood out to me the most, this whole year about the cinematography. I remember liking Dune, but it didn't get nominated here. So, which one do you think, Alex?
Before I watched The Brutalist, my pick was Nosferatu, but now it's The Brutalist. Like what they did with that movie, like hands down, amazing.
Okay.
It's just kind of like what they did with Oppenheimer. It's pretty impressive.
Oh,
Adapting Vista Vision, the aspect ratio, like all of that is very outstanding. Like Dune, the first one and this one look amazing, but we've seen it before. Like this is like bringing really old technology back, and it's mind blowing for me.
Oh yeah, Dune did get nominated actually for cinematography. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I still picked Nosferatu for this one, but I totally understand the Brutalist, and it might, I think it might be the Brutalist at the end of the day, right? Chris Chong says, I love Dune's effects. I just had no idea what the plot still was from either movie. Yeah, I know that there's some people that are in that same boat there. My sister Alice dropping by. Hello, party people, she says. Thank you, Alice, a channel member, for joining us here. And Alice did submit her predictions, so we'll see how she does. Feel the Burn says, sorry, I'm back. Partner took me to Subway for Tintin. No problem there, Robert. Much appreciated there. Okay, so I picked Nosferatu, and Mr. Alex picked The Brutalist. And then they're going to give it to Emilia Perez.
No,
so we'll see.
The worst looking movie.
Yeah. Actor in a leading role. Alice says, I watched like 3 the nominated movies, so just blinded selected the predictions there. Which, who knows, you may still get it, Alice. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actor in a leading role. The nominees are Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Okay, so for this one, let me see, where do I have it here? Okay, so I'm going to predict Adrian Brody to win Best Actor for The Brutalist. I actually like Timothy Chalamet's performance a little more. So that would be my favorite of this. I haven't seen Sing Sing. I mean, I heard it was good and everything. I just never got the chance to watch it. At least not before my predictions. Ray Fiennes for Conclave. I was thinking that they might give it to him because, like I said, one of the situations where he's been nominated several times and he's never won. So that's still a possibility. I did like Sebastian Stan's performance in The Apprentice. I just think that this might be his win, the nomination. I don't think he'll actually win it. I think Adrian Brody for The Brutalist continuing the what do you call it? Can't think of the word now, but I feel like it's going to start winning a lot of Oscars, and then Adrian Brody was one of the big ones here. I think it'll end up being him. But what are your thoughts, Sir Alex?
I think Adrian Brody is going to get it too, but I would like Ray Fiennes to get it, just because, like Leo, he's been nominated a few times. I think it's time. It's now or never.
Yeah, that's kind of things that I was thinking too about that, but I guess we'll find out. And that would be Adrian Brody's second Oscar because he's won before. So I know sometimes, not all the time, but when it's when they've already won, then they usually give it to someone else. So I know that's happened a few times. I actually thought that was going to happen with Emma Stone because she had already won, and that's why I picked Lily Gladstone that year. But they ended up giving it to Emma Stone, even though she had won before. But I do think that Adrian will get it. Adrian Brody. Chris Chong says, "Oh my God, and Alex, your channel is all in Espanol. Perfect way for me to practice. Get divertido."
Yeah.
Says, yeah. Yeah, there you
It's
go.
all in Spanish.
Yeah, so that was my pick for actor in a leading role, and you said Adrian Brody as well, right, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So we have the nominees for directing. We have Nora, or Sean Baker for Nora, Brady Corbett for the Brutalist, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, and Coralie Fargay for The Substance. So those are the nominees there. This one and Best Picture are the ones that were kind of hard to choose more than any others. You know, on top of the shorts, right? Because the shorts, like I said, are very hard to predict. But because sometimes the director goes hand in hand with Best Picture. But for this one, I'm gonna go and predict that it's going to be. Let me find the clip. Where is it? Why isn't it showing it? Let me remove this real quick. Oh, there it is. I think they're gonna give it to Sean Baker for Nora for Best Director. I think they're gonna give it to him. He did also win the DGA award, the Directors Guild of America award. So that's already a good sign there. So I think they're gonna give it to him for Nora. How about you, Alex?
Nora.
Sean Baker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And let's see, Jose says, I think it goes to Brady or Coralie. That says Mr. Jose Plus. And no, that might be the case. Chris Chong says, sorry, I'm just hopping in and out of the live stream to stalk the channel. He says, sorry. It's Mr. Alex Montanos. Let's see. Jose Plus, my favorite is here. Okay. You have a couple favorites there, Chris Chong. Let's see. If not Sean Baker, like you said, he got the DGA. Right. So, Best Director prediction, Sean Baker. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing some, no? Oh, okay. So it's not actually in order. Okay, next one. Actress in a leading role. So the nominees, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon, Emilia Perez.
She's not getting any.
That's not happening. That's not happening now. I'm surprised they don't remove the nomination.
Yes.
Mickey Madison for Nora, Demi Moore, The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. This one, I'm pretty solid with my prediction, but I could see two other outcomes. Carla Sofia Gascon she's out.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo, I think she's out too.
Yeah.
I think if they were going to give it to Cynthia Erivo for playing Elphaba, I think it'll probably be the second Wicked, assuming it's good. I don't think they would give it to her for the first part of Wicked. So we come down to Mickey Madison for Nora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres. I've heard some buzz or steam that they could just give it to Fernanda Torres, that it might split the votes between Mickey Madison and Demi Moore, and then it'll give Fernanda Torres the Oscar. I've heard that. Demi Moore, I've heard that too. Well, I heard that because, you know, she's one of those actors or actresses who have been in Hollywood for a long, long time. She finally got a nomination, and they may just give it to her. Of course, I really like Demi Moore as a Substance. I really did like the performance, so that's I heard that. And then of course we have Mickey Madison for Nora, right? And looks like she's been winning quite a bit, I think, because I think Demi Moore and Mickey Madison have won awards, but because they're kind of like different genres, different categories, that's why they've kind of been able to win. But there's only one category for Best Actress, right? So for this one, I'm gonna go and vote. I'm gonna go to predict. I think they're gonna give it to
Scream.
A Ghostface for Scream 5. Mickey Madison for Nora. I think they're gonna give it to her. Sorry guys, this is a spoiler for Scream 5. The movie's been out for like years now. But yes, Mickey Madison is a Ghostface killer. And now potentially an Oscar winner for Nora. like I said, there's still a really good chance that Demi Moore could win because of the reasons that I mentioned. And then there's obviously the scenario that I said about Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. What would be your prediction, Alex, for Best Actress?
I'm 50-50 with Mickey Madison and Demi Moore. It's between those two. I don't think Fernanda Torres is gonna get it. She did a fantastic job, but I don't think she's gonna get it. I think it's between these two, and I'm leaning more towards Mickey.
To Mickey, okay. Yeah,
She
so
killed it. She made me cry.
oh, there you go, another one right there. So there you go.
Yeah.
We have because the SAG are tomorrow, right? If I knew the results for the SAG, I'll be more confident with the acting picks. But we don't have that. So watch tomorrow. You'll see Demi Moore win the SAG. Like, all right, she's the front runner now. She's the front runner at that point.
Yeah.
But we don't have that information. So I'm just going based on the performances that the information that I've heard, the factors that I've heard about, and then the one that stood out to me like immediately, and that was Anora, because I was kind of surprised with Mickey Madison because I think I mentioned this before, that her performance in Ghostface or in Scream was kind of like whatever to me. So seeing her in this movie, that's kind of like really surprised me. It elevated a lot more. So maybe that gave me an impact as well. But yeah, I think she'll win, but we'll see soon enough there. Let's see. Jose says this one is tough. It's either Demi or Mickey. Perez as a maybe, he says. Fielderburn says give it to Demi, but she's probably not getting it. And Chris Strong says it is sad that I don't recognize so many of these nominated titles. Am I under a rock, or his marketing is just bad? I mean, I'm not sure. Chris, I know they advertise quite a bit.
Most of these movies are really low budget. Like Anora cost $6 million, so they're really not trying to put it out there. So you need to be a film buff and look them up to actually know that they're there.
And if you go to the movies a lot, you'll see a lot of trailers.
Yes.
But if you don't do that, you may not even know about them. There isn't like a Barbenheimer this year, right? There's no Barbie. There's no Oppenheimer this year. Like that. Mr. 1Adam12 dropping by, channel member and a moderator, says, hey Gio, Alex, my pick is Mickey. Irony of a younger actress winning over Demi, right?
The irony. Adam, did you watch The Substance? I remember you were gonna watch it. He did?
He did watch it. He messaged me last night. He watched it last night.
Did you like it?
Given plot of The Substance, says 1Adam12. He told me how crazy it was. The third act, right?
I love that movie.
But I guess you can let us know how well he liked the movie. Let us know, Adam.
Yeah, let us know. And watch Parasite. Watch Parasite. I haven't.
Oh, that's right. Parasite.
Forgotten about it. Yeah, you need to watch Parasite.
Let's see. That's kind of funny what he said about that. Then he says Mickey was hilarious and heartbreaking. Great performance. Yes. And then he says, "Yeah, I saw it last night."
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a prediction there for Best Actress, Mickey Madison. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Did I do all of them already?
We're missing Best Picture.
That's the only one we're missing, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, so Best Picture. Nominees: Anora, The Brutalists, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Let's see. What Adam 12 says, I did. That was some crazy ass monster. I had nightmares. That's funny. That's hilarious. Adam, you don't want a figure of the of the creature at the end of Substance? I'm gonna
tell you when I cried in The Substance, when she goes to get her earrings and they start playing the Vertigo love theme song from Bernard Herrmann. I started crying there. I was like, dude,
oh really?
This director loves movies. That was like, this is like, what the hell does Vertigo has to do with body horror?
Okay.
She wanted to play that song just because it's beautiful, and I like that. It was a nice little tribute to film.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need to rewatch that movie.
Watch it.
Not in my fantasy figure zone list, says Mr. Adam. Nightmare figure zone, not fantasy figure zone, right? This movie is such a good time, says Feel the Burn. Yes, definitely agree with that. Okay, so for Best Picture, this is where I mentioned last week that I think they're gonna do the split when they do Best Director and Best Picture. That is not gonna be the same. I think they're gonna give it to The Brutalist for Best Picture, and they're gonna give Best Director to Sean Baker for Nora. I could be way off on this because I think Anora also won for the PGA, the Producers Guild.
Yeah, it did.
So that's like a really big risk on my predictions there, but it's not always aligned, right? But I just have a feeling because of the message of this movie compared to Anora's message, again with what's going on, I think they might give this to The Brutalists, but still want to honor Sean Baker for directing Anora. That's my thought there. How about you, Alex?
I also think The Brutalist is getting Best Picture. I think it lines up more with what the Oscars are normally go for Best Picture, and beyond that, like I think it's like we know, like World War II, the Holocaust is always like a big subject in Oscar movies.
Right.
But this one takes it in a different way. Like it just teaches you the power of like how you reflect your emotions in your art as an architect, as any artist, like how you portray like what you went through in your art. And that was like that's a powerful message.
There was damn, I should have written it down. There's a line in this movie that Guy Pearce's character asks Adrian Brody's character about, I forgot what he asked, but it was like I kind of thought about it myself, like personally, like why I like film, why I like the things that I like. And because he asked him, I think it was like, why do you like architecture or something like that? I forgot what the line was, and I probably should have written it down, but I think he asks him like, well, why do you like architecture? And then he kind of gives an explanation, which I wish I remembered, but I really liked the answer, and I was like, yeah, that is totally what I think of what my passion is. And it could be he's talking about architecture and stuff like that, but it could apply to anything that you're passionate for. So yes, I mean, I do think it'll be Best Picture there.
Yeah, like that it's very powerful. Like that's why I was telling you, like I didn't like the second part the first time I watched it, but now that I watched it again, knowing what was the whole thing about, it's a very, very good movie. And
yeah,
I love everything that, like, we have a ton of pictures about like what it's like making a movie or the love for film and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Living in Oblivion, like so many movies about filmmaking at Wood. But this is about the love for art, like what it represents, and that's super powerful. Not very common in Hollywood.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to look up that line because I kind of looking for that quote. Let's see. Which movie has the crazy ass monster again? I'm intrigued. As a non-horror fan.
The Substance.
Yeah, The Substance. Yeah. I don't know if you maybe a spoiler, but it's been out for a little bit now. Chris Young, The Substance, right? Correct. Also, not sure if I said this in a previous live stream chat, but I purposely look up horror spoilers so I can brace myself for the scary parts. Okay, yeah. So that's towards the end of the movie there, but 1 out of 12 says, I'm trying to talk my wife into watching The Brutalist tonight. Not sure she wants to spend 3.5 hours watching a film tonight. Yeah, it's definitely long. It does have a little intermission, so unless you want to split it, like watch half of it, then another day the other half.
They cut the intermission for the digital version to 1 minute, so they took away 14 minutes of the movie.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the point? That's
I don't know. We just removed it completely, but I think they knew people liked it, so they just left it for 60 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is the one I picked. It says Feel the Burn. Ed Wood is a forgotten and very good Tim Burton film. Says
That's my favorite Tim Burton film.
What's the name of the film that he was making? I always forget.
Which one?
The Ed Wood.
Oh, the one in the movie, Flatland from Outer Space.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah,
It's still considered to be the worst movie in history.
Even
worse than The Room.
That's what I was gonna say right now. Even more than The Room. I saw a screening of that last year. The Room.
Yeah.
And cool. They you know, have the spoons and they
my best friend took me to a screening in LA when I visited him like a couple of years ago. And I just remembered people throwing spoons, and I was like, "This is amazing."
and it hit me in the head a few times. I was like, "What the hell?" Like, fucking spoons hitting me. And then the one of the actors was there, the friend, the cheater, the one that was cheating.
Hi, Mark.
Mark, there you go. And he was there. He was there.
Movie.
So I met him here, and I got a little autograph script of The Room, which is like 10 pages long or some shit. so funny.
Hi, doggy. Pull the string.
Right.
Viver.
That movie is hilarious.
Green dragon sitting at your doorstep.
Right. One of them says, "Pull the strings, he says. So
Bela Lugosi, that role, man, like that role, that role is one of the best roles in movie history.
Yeah. We have Mr. Brick Artemis dropping by, moderator. What's up, everyone? Hello there, Mr. Brick Artemis.
Hello,
Thank
Brick.
you so much for joining us. And Chris saying, "Hey, Bricky Brick, Bricky Brick." Thank you, Brick, for joining us here.
Yes, good to see you.
All right, so those were the nominees, the predictions that we did here, right? So hold on a sec, guys. Okay, so let me just do like a quick recap, if I remember, without having to go through the images. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. Costume design. Okay, costume design for this one I picked, I think it was Wicked. That's my prediction there.
Yeah, and I picked Conclave. Yeah.
And then you did right. And then actor and supporting role, I predicted Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain.
Two.
And then Alex as well. Makeup and hairstyling, The Substance.
Yes.
It's got to win, right? It's got to win for that one. Original score, I picked The Brutalist, and which one did you pick, Alex? I forgot.
I think I picked The Brutalist too. I was between Brutalist or Conclave, but I think.
Oh, okay. I think maybe it was that.
I picked Brutalist. Yeah, I did.
Animated short film, I predicted Magic Candies, Japanese animated short. Live action short film, I predicted Alien. For adapted screenplay, I predicted Conclave would win.
2.
For original screenplay, I picked Sean Baker for Anora.
I did 2, but I won Coralie to win.
Oh, that's right, for The Substance, yeah. Actress in a supporting role, I predicted Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez to win.
Me too, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Original song, El Mal from Emilia Perez. That's the one that I think will win. We'll see. Documentary feature film, I just picked Porcelain War. I haven't seen any of these, so I just kind of randomly selected one. And it's the only one that I remember seeing a trailer for, so I just picked this one. Documentary short film, I predicted that Instruments of a Beating Heart, also set in Japan. International feature film, I did pick I'm Still Here, although I could be completely wrong, and they can still give it to Emilia Perez, or maybe Flow, but my prediction ultimately was I'm Still Here for Brazil. Animated feature film, I predicted The Wild Robot.
I say Flow.
And though Flow's a good chance that it could win it over The Wild Robot. It's between these two, but ultimately I picked The Wild Robot to win it. Production design, I picked Wicked, and I think Conclave. Alex picked Conclave. Film editing, I picked which one did I pick?
Brutalist. You picked Brutalist. And I said Anora.
Oh, you said Anora. That's right. So I picked Brutalist and Alex Anora. Sounds, I think I picked Dune Part 2.
Me too.
And then you did as well. There you go. Visual effects, I picked Dune Part 2. Cinematography, I think I picked...
You picked
Nosferatu. And then you picked
I picked The Brutalist. Yeah.
Okay, Alex picked The Brutalist. I picked Nosferatu. That's the one who would win it. Actor in a leading role, I picked Adrian Brody. I think Alex did as well. Right? Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Brody. Director, I picked Anora. Sean Baker, I think he's winning for that. And I think you did too, right, Alex?
Yep, I think I did too.
Nominee for director, and for action leading role, I picked Mickey Madison. I think she'll win for Anora.
It's 50-50. Like, this one is still 50-50, Mickey or Demi.
Right, so Mickey or Demi. So I picked Mickey. Best picture, I think they're going to go to The Brutalist.
Yes.
For best picture. All right, so missed on some of these chats here. Let's see here. Let's see. One Adam 12 says, if substance doesn't win makeup, Oscars are rigged. That's what he told me yesterday. Yeah. That's funny. The sets on Conclave were excellent, says Mr.
Yeah. They really are. They really, like I was telling Gio that I want to watch it behind the scenes because I want to know to what extension they started using CG. I don't know if you've seen Wolf of Wall Street. A ton of the sets were completed in post. So I want to know if they did the same thing, because if they did, it's just perfectly seamless. Like, whoever did those matte paintings is a master. It's really, really gorgeous.
And yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really consider that, but I picked Wicked for the production design, but you know, I mean, it may end up being Conclave, right?
My problem with Wicked, like, I don't want Feel the Burn to hate me because I always bitch about musicals, but Wicked, for me, it feels fake. It feels plastic. It doesn't feel cinematic. Like, it has this look and feel of old modern movies, and that annoys me. Like, it has this really digital look to it, and I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Chris Chong said, if substance doesn't win makeup, it's because of Yomo. I don't know why Yomo would have anything to do with that. But Gio hasn't seen The Wild Robot, even though he rented it for $20. I did watch it. It's on Peacock now, so I went and finished watching it. So yeah, I did watch it now. And then Chris Chong saying, no, he actually has. Finally, yeah, exactly. Yep. When I'm
it really did.
What was that?
I'm confirming Adam's comment.
Oh, the substance should have got a cinematography nod, very Kubrickian in the shots. Stanley Kubrick, yeah.
Yes.
And Jose doesn't believe it, but yes, I did finish watching The Wild Robot. Yeah, because I kept bugging him, says Chris Chong. Because Yomo, the king of rigging. Oh, I see what you mean. All right. I respect your wrong opinion, Alex, says Feel the Burn.
I respect your wrong opinion too.
There you go. Right? There you go. All right. So I have a few things here going on, guys. So if you're a channel member, let me see. So let's do the giveaway real quick here. Where is it? If you're a channel member, then you qualify for the this one right here. So it's the Captain America Shield popcorn bucket, right? So if you're a channel member, I added your name in there. The number of names, or I added your name either 2 or 3 times, depending if you're a 1.0 or a 2.0. So if you're a channel member, I'll do the giveaway now. I know some of you opted out. So again, I believe all of you have a US address. So I'm going to do that giveaway now. Let me see here. Where is it? Okay. Wait for about a minute. All right, so I have all you guys in there. Like I said, it really depends on, you know, which tier you have, 1.0 or 2.0. So we'll do that now. And again, this is for the Captain America shield. So let me just go in there now. Wait, where is it? Oh, here we go. So again, this is for the Captain America popcorn bucket shield. So I have all you guys who are channel members here, and I'm going to start it now. So here you go. So let's see who wins here, right? So I have quite a few of you guys in there.
Hopefully they're here.
Although they actually don't. If they're a channel member, they don't have to be in, they don't have to be in live chat. That's another perk of being a channel member. So
that's good. That's good because
yeah,
they're not here,
and then we had to like do it again and
20 times.
right. Yeah. So it's.
I need to become a member. I keep forgetting that I can have a cool profile.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. The characters and that stuff. That'd be great.
I'll be
Yomo's in the lead. I wonder what Chris is saying about that, but so there you go. Oh, is Yomo gonna get it? Is Yomo gonna get it? Or is someone else gonna get it? Oh, Aaron, oh crap, out of nowhere. He just came out of nowhere. Aaron collects. He has won the shield. The Captain America shield. Jose says, Yomo, this is Rick. He did not win. He almost did. It was Aaron. Aaron collects. So he is the winner. So Aaron, I'll message you later. Robbie says, boo. Right, he's a channel member. There you go, Robbie. Aaron collects a win. There you go. So Aaron collects. Thank you so much for being a channel member. So you are the winner. I'll message you later. You didn't opt out, so hopefully you still want the Captain America shield, and they'll send that out to you on the other side of the country because you're in New York. So thank you so much there. All right, so that was the giveaway there. Fielder says, damn it all, I was close. Yeah. He's like Forrest Gump, keeps running. Exactly, right? Exactly. All right, so that was that there. All right, so the other thing that I'm going to do is also for the channel members, and this is the storyline. I'm going to do the storyline stuff every stream, the Met Report, Horror Talk, whatever it is. So I'm doing this here as well. So hold on a sec. Hold on a moment. Let me remove this. Okay, so we have, I asked you guys in the group chat, the Canon Matrix group chat. I asked you to choose a number between 1, 2, or 3, and you can either pick 1, 2, or 3 for the Met Report show or the Figure Stock show. Most of you just chose one number, so I'm just gonna say that you're using that number for Figure Stock as well. And some of you guys selected different numbers. So for Met Reports, we get one number, and then the Figure Stock for another number. So we're gonna do that now here. It's only gonna be one channel member, depending on who we get, that will move forward with their character. So let's see. So a lot of you guys chose the horror simulation.
Back in 2 minutes. I need to help my wife.
Sure. So a lot of you guys picked the horror simulation, and some of you guys stayed in the Matrix simulation, right? So those are the two here. And I'm going to pick a channel member this way. Do this real quick here. Okay, so here are the channel members. So then I'm going to pick one of you guys by doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this for about 30 seconds. Okay, let's see which one of you guys is gonna move forward with your character in the storyline. So let's start that now. All right, so we'll see who's going to move forward. Now, you could get credits for your character. If you eventually get 3,000 credits, the first one to get 3,000 credits will get a $25 gift card to Sideshow or Amazon. So that's how you can get some credits and use them for something. And then also to like buy things and little stuff in the simulation itself. So let's see. So we have Feel the Burn. Feel the Burn was selected this time for his character to move on with the storyline. Let's see. Chris Chong says, "No, Alex, don't leave me." Wow. He'll be back. Let's see. So Mr. Feel the Burn. So that is his character. Now he gave me a number for the Met report, and he's selected. And he's in the horror simulation. So let me remove this real quick. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so Mr. Feel the Burn, he's in the horror simulation. He's in the alien spaceship, right? So that's where he's at. So he selected number 2. So we have the number 2 right there in the middle. So let's reveal what he picked there. So Lament Configuration box. So that's the box from Hellraiser. Feel the Burn, if you know what that is. So your character found this box somehow in the spaceship from Alien, and then you're gonna get 150 credits. So that's where your character is getting there. So make sure I didn't miss anything. So you found the box that contains 150 credits. The box is the Laments Configuration puzzle box, and it's something that you're gonna have with your character. So your character will have this box, so you can use it sometimes. And if you know what it does, then you might know what it'll lead to. I feel the person said win this, but not the bucket. Wow, yeah. Unfortunately, that's where it ended up being, right? But yeah, so there you go, Mr. Feel the Burn. So you get 150 credits here, and your character has the Lament Configuration puzzle box. So there you go, there, Mr. Feel the Burn. And tomorrow I'm doing this again with Figures Talk. Same situation here, adding new things each time and stuff like that. Your character could get injured. Your character could die. Just letting you know, depending what you pick. If your character does die, you just have to create another character. But yeah, and then you'll lose everything, all the credits that you have and all that stuff. But so that's a possibility there, just so you know, if you want to. When you make those selections and stuff like that. So I'll be doing all that stuff again tomorrow. And let me see. All right. So then for tomorrow, I'm doing Figures Talk, right? So I mentioned this on my social media. So tomorrow, we're doing Figures Talk episode number 44 at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So go ahead and check that out tomorrow. Where we have Adam, Eddie, X-Men Supreme, Feel the Burn, Mr. Ty, and for the first time, Mr. Moose will be on the show tomorrow night on Figures Talk. So let me see here. I think we're all done here. Let me see. I think Alex. Oh, there's Alex. There you go. Welcome back, Mr. Alex.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Oh, looks like we're all set there. Mr. Alex, anything going on for you?
Not right now, but I'll begin posting videos again soon. I have to take care of my wife right now. A couple of days, I'll start recording something.
Okay.
Not much, just the same old stuff there. Movie reviews and my film thoughts in Spanish. You can turn on the English subtitles if you want to subscribe and watch them.
Yeah, and then you got a new subscriber today, so we got that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Right.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, and this one is I'm not signed into YouTube, Alex, so you'll see like the subscribe button, like I haven't subscribed, but I'm not logged in. That's why you see that.
It's okay.
Let's see. It says, "Oh God, Alex is back. I thought he left me." So
No,
there
I
you go.
didn't leave you.
There you go. I think that's it, guys. So that was the Oscar predictions. We did the the giveaway. We did the membership stuff. So that's it for today's stream, everyone. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're watching in the live chat or live, thanks so much for that. And then you're watching the replay, thanks so much for that as well. So that'll conclude the streaming for today. Thank you so very much. Mr. Alex, thank you as always. Pleasure to have
Thank you
you.
for having me.
Much appreciated there. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night on Figures Talk. So enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.